technical and sentimental video for the AUDJPY service for the 17th of June 2021. Start with S&P, the Standard & Poor 500. It's probably the best instrument to examine for risk. You can look at Dow Jones, but that's only 30 companies. This is actually 500 companies, and this is probably, well, it's a lot more powerful, obviously. So, well, we know it's a beast. If you look at the daily and the weekly, on the hour, we've actually are an ascending pitchfork, which is, obviously bullish. And we've got medium pitchfork support at 4201. And we had a nice respect there, nice bounce. Potentially we'll see it again. And the reason why I started with the S&P is because we were looking potentially at shorting the Aussie US. Now, however, if this does rally off this medium pitchfork line, it's going to cause problems for our signal because the dollar is going to fall if this goes up. And if this goes up, then the Australian dollar will perform well against its American counterpart. So it's been a very tricky week because we are risk on if we look at the risk calculation. The retail guys are still net short indices across them all. They're not actually, it's not actually a sell for anything. So it's a buy for all indices, France, Germany, US 500, US 30, NASDAQ, and the FTSE. So also interestingly is that it is respecting it quite well. You know, this pitchfork, see, 76.4. You know, we had the 50%, which is a medium pitchfork line. So it's doing it there. So we can definitely potentially come up to 4255, which would equal the the highs. So it's very, very, very tricky. I think I'm going to put out a signal today, but just be careful because we're going to fight the beast. Okay, we'll start with AJ. And yeah, we had a nice big data beat. It's very, very good from Australia. And so there's that rebound. SLC, 84.80, 83.95. There's monthly pivot. We're in descending pitchfork, quite sideways. AU. Now this was going to be a contender for us to short. So there's your MS1. So we could trade off that. That was now, obviously it was support, it's now resistance, so that could be a good resistance. 76.39, 76.40. So yeah, maybe if we get below 76.16, that could be a good short, and then we can get the SLC. But I'll keep an eye on it. It's looking quite strong because of the, what I was explaining at the very beginning of the video. So we are a sell, but yeah, it's going up. So it's very, very tricky. It's fundamentally driven, possibly. And we had that good data. So very, very tricky. SLC below is 75.90. I think there'll be easier pairs to trade, I think. Yeah, it's very, very difficult. EA, 158, 156.87. One above is 157.50. 50-50 pretty much, and sideways. Yeah, it's just difficult. I don't know what to do with the signal, to be honest. This might be a better one, might be easier. The SLC above is 121.11, and below, hopefully it lets me load it, at 119.80. So we're only 20 pips away from getting that stop loss cluster. There's some guys going long, which you would have seen on the update I've just done. This was the largest move at FX SSI. We are a sell, as you can see, and they really went long. And so down we came. GU. See, things are looking like a bit bouncy currently. It's not really helping because of the correlation with the dollar and the S&P. If the S&P comes up, it's going to cause this to come up as well because the dollar will weaken. 140.11 and 139.65. We are a sell, and they went long. And so yeah, it's going to be tricky. I'm not sure what to say really at the moment. It could be by the dip, and then it would be that these guys get paid. These guys who went long, which is very frustrating. 71.01. The one below, I'm going to put my mouse on it. 70.36, and we are a sell, and yet we went up. So just a bit infuriating. Euro yen, we're in a descending shift channel, a descending pitchfork. So there's that channel there, see, and that projects a support down here, here at 132.48. It's interesting that it did that. It's had two respects of that. One above is at monthly pivot at 133, and the one below is at 132.50, and they went long, and it did fall, so that's good. We're 50-50 pretty much. Pound yen, it does this silly formatting again. Looking quite strong in this median, the pitchfork lower. And so there's that support at 154.83. We are a buy, and it's sideways. The one above is 155.50 and 154.65. So yeah, don't forget we had the good UK data yesterday. And if we're risk on, which we know we are because the risk calculation, this will do well. Dollar yen, 111 and 110.50. We are a buy, and they shorted it there, like you would have seen in my video yesterday. So you know, you had a big heads up with that move for a while now. Dollar CAD, there's monthly pivot. We've got a bearish OBCD, and that invalidate if we go above 123.22. MR1 resistance there. So I mean, could be a good short, but then the trouble is it's not a signal from our bubbles, so we want to stick to the bubbles ideally, and they shorted it there, and so there we came up. And the one below is at 121.20, where I sell. Dollar Swiss, big move, of course, because of the Fed. 91. One below is 89.20, where I sell, but don't forget how much less of a sell we are. You know, we're actually going towards going into buy. If we cross the 50% line, it's going to be a buy. So it's just going to continue to go up potentially. It's a very tricky day, and a big move, like you would have known had you been watching it. The gold really fell. MS1 1810, and it, you know, it's coming to some sort of some support there from yesterday. So I mean, we did wick below, admittedly, but we're back above, and 50% on this zigzag. So no doubt there'd be some quite heavy volumes there holding price. So keep an eye on 1817. We are dead on it right now. We are a sell, and so we should be falling. So yeah, we should be going below 50%. We should be breaking MS1. We should be getting SLC, and so we should really be coming down to here, the 38.2. 1784, 1764 is your support on the daily. So if that breaks, then we'll come down to the 23.6, 1743. Yeah, maybe I'll just show you. This is doing what I thought it might. We see it's tracking this channel, and it's a bit tricky, bit of a pickle really. And show you Bitcoin quickly, and there's your medium pitchfork resistance and bearish ABCD, sort of like confluence there at this level. Well, we know it's the high, so you know, just look at the high, recent high. As for signals, I'm not really sure what to say. I think if we do try and sell this, but then we're fighting the beast. We don't really want to fight the beast, and the S&P is definitely very, very strong. So yeah, maybe I need to get some advice off you guys. Bearish Dragon, which is a diagonal break, big move there. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on it. If I see anything, I'll let you know. I'm not going to force anything because currently it's a bit risky. I kind of wouldn't really want to see this bounce really, and we had that good data from Australia as well. So yeah, I'll wrap up. It's a bit of a tricky one, and if I see anything, I'll let you guys know. And it might just be this one, I think, and then we'll have to wait and see. Maybe this MS1 is going to come into play, and we can trade off that. And I'll keep you guys posted.